How much damage will this be? Ladies and gentlemen, Rin. Oh my god. 2.3 million, and she's not even a main damage dealer right now. I mean, she just looks gorgeous. Hello, Internet. And today we have Rin Tohsaka, the part 2 of the fake collab. We've got her limited banner, and yep, she is just beautiful. How good is she though? And long story short, she's pretty cracked actually, but not for what I'm about to show you. I mean, I will be showing you a lot of teams with her. Specifically, her as a main DPS is the funniest thing ever. But for today though, we'll be showcasing her mainly with her kit design that makes the most sense. But before we start, videos here are from the Creator Experience server. I'll be showing you all of the text here. You can take a picture if you want to like see, pause the video or anything like that. But yeah, there's a lot of text really, but realistically she's pretty simple, right? I'm also gonna show you just the most adorable animation. Just her blushing because she was hungry or something. This is the Lightcone with a really adorable art as well. You don't need this, but it's pretty good. And yep, for the relic sets, we're using Tengoku and we're using Genius of Brilliant Stars, which the Brilliant Star set is always like an issue where if the enemy has quantum weakness, it's great, but otherwise you might want to look at something else. But honestly though, since most of us have a lot of quantum sets, so it's probably going to be your go-to. I'll have a guide posted soon so you know. Here are all of the Eidolons. The E1's mainly for damaging. The E2 is where she truly becomes good and reaches her completed form, right? Usually it's always E2 of characters, but you don't need it, especially if you have Archer that has Eidolons or something. We're using E0S1 on Archer though, E0 as well on Sparkle. These are all the stats as well. If you're wondering, they're pretty good. And I'll be showing you how the team works. This will be the completed form of the Archer team, unless they still want to buff up the Archer team in the future. Literally, why is this free character so good? Just real quick though before we start. Listen, pulling for characters can be a train wreck like this one, which is why I'd like to introduce a website named Aniba. Aniba offers top-up services that I personally use in order to get the best top-up deals at the best price for the same top-ups that I already planned to purchase. You know I only use the trusted sources, which is perfect since Aniba complies with Hoyo vs. top-up service guidelines, and that's the biggest doubt removed. So to get all the hype new characters come in with Aniba, click my link in the description, select your region, purchase the bundle you'd like, enter yours or maybe even a friend's server and user ID, complete the purchase, and voila, your resources are in game, no fussy login required, zero hassle involved. You can even get exclusive cashback for your purchases that you can claim in your Aniba wallet for your next purchase, so it's just more money saved. If you're already planning on spending anyway, Aniba is honestly a good deal, and why not give it a look-see? And this actually helps you very much to afford food on the table, and I appreciate your support. Now then, back to the video. We'll jump right in. First of all, with the technique, and yeah, I'll break down what she does as we come in. Don't worry, she's not that hard. Right, to first start, since we used Rin's technique, we gained some gem energy here. You can see 34 out of 15, and you don't have to worry about what that is yet. All you gotta worry about is if I spend a skill point or if I restore a skill point, I will gain the same amount of gem energy. So I get 6 here by restoring 6 skill points, right? Bam, 41 right there. Now, based on the gem magecraft talent on Rin, anyone who gains skill point or consumes skill point will get a crit damage buff with a 70% one right there, Gem Magecraft. And pretty much all of the characters here are going to spend or recover a skill point. You're gonna get the crit damage buff, especially with Archer. But by the way, with Rin on the team, you also get 2 more upper limit for your skill points. So when you combine that with Sparkle, you have a lot here. Gosh dang. Now it is time to show you the main value of Rin for Archer. Check this out. We're gonna take 2 skill points each for these skills, and every single time I'll gain 2 gem energy because, you know, every single skill points gets converted into gem energy. I'm gonna shoot again with Archer. This is the 3rd skill, and here comes the 4th. You'll notice on the bottom right, I'm going to have 3 skill points left. This will trigger her talent's freeform Tohsaka style, which only happens if Archer is using his skill. And when he uses it and the skill points are 3 or fewer, which most of the time it would be, she will trigger the joint follow-up attack. So when I click this, I'm gonna instantly trigger the joint follow-up attack. Check this out. The animation, beautiful, and the damage, pretty solid. But more importantly, check my gosh darn skill points. I just got 4 from the joint flow attack and +1 because Archer's, you know, passive thing came on. We have 8 skill points. Archer already spent 3 skills and we have 8 skill points. You know how good this is. Like, I'm not an Archer main, but I feel aroused. All right, now let's calm down. So we're gonna use our 4th skill here. Gem energy keeps on going up, and I'll explain to you what it does later. Here comes gem energy. We have 57 of them. If I hold 15 or more gem energy, or if I hold 7 or more skill points, my skill is enhanced enhanced to second magic experiment. And this is the enhanced one. It's glowing like that. What it does is this, right? I'm going to slow it down. Check out the gem energy. Check out the skill points I have. I'm going to just click it and just check it out. I should be consuming all of my gem energy until there's only less than 3 left. I should be consuming all of my skill points until there's 2 left. So here we go. Check this damage out. Boom. Oh dear. 1 million damage from a sub damage dealer. How's that? Well, that is what her enhanced skill does. It will take away all of the gem energy until there's like less than 3 left, and then it'll take away every single skill point above the amount of 2 and convert them into gem energy. And with the same enhanced skill, she'll spend it all. The way she spends it all is for every 3 gem energy she has, she'll deal 1 extra instance of damage. That's why you see a lot of bounces there happening, a lot of extra instance of damage. And when you have a lot of gem energy, it just bounces so much. There's just so much damage going on, it's not even fair. But I pretty much already explained like most of what she does. There's also the ult, which I'll show you later. Here comes Archer again. Why he's so good with Rin, you say? In my opinion, this is why again, right? I'm gonna use the skill again. We have the joint full of attack again. I can use the joint full of attack only 1 time per battle, but it resets with every Rin turn. So essentially it's every turn that Archer gets. And if I get 3 skill points after using his skill, I get the joint full attack. Check my gosh darn skill points out. I just get 4 for free. It's so good. All right, now we can use Rin's ultimate. Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. The ult's a lot more simple. It's an AoE attack with the most damage focused on the main target, and it'll also gain you 1 skill point and a lot of gem energy. So that's it. That's our whole kit. Is that not really gosh darn easy? Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot. With the ultimate, the Angal Taki whatever, you also get damage taken increased debuff on the enemy for 3 turns. So yeah, she is a good support through and through, man. Now I'm going to save some money because I think you're gonna die anyway. Oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have done this because I think you'll spit on me and I'll get the speed down and the deep freeze. Oh darn it, not exactly the best, but yep, here we have Rin again. You'll see that I automatically get my enhanced skill if I have 15 or more gem energy or 7 or more skill points, but I get to choose to not use it anyway. I can save the gem energy. I'm gonna do that because, well, I could do more damage, I think. You know what? I just realized this is really dumb. I think I'm not gonna be able to kill it. Oh no. Well, that was a massive misplay. It's what I get from trying to be too greedy, but you know what? At this point, you already know what Rin is all about, right? What I think you might want to know is what happens if I maximize the gem energy. What happens if it gets to like 90? I actually have not tried that myself, so I'm willing to try. Let's try it. 28 gem energy so far. We're fighting Stellaron Hunter Sam or Firefly in a cosplay. We're gonna do it, guys. Now, if you're wondering about the actual performance, I've already tested this before when I'm like trying to figure out her kit. I can beat this in 1 cycle. It's not a problem. 0 cycle though, you'll need more elaborate setups, but yeah, 1 cycle is probably the general clear speed that you're looking at if you're not trolling, which is good for Archer. I mean, he has slowly been like falling off because of the numbers, but now that he has Rin, at least he's so much more consistent that it helps his number out as well. Let's shoot the Power Ranger. We're gonna shoot all of those skill points. I'm gonna get gem energy equivalent to the skill points spent here. I'm gonna have 3 skill points left after this 1 skill. That'll trigger the joint fall attack with Rin. So bam, that's a joint fall attack right there. I'll gain 4 skill points plus triggering the Archer, you know, fall up. That gets me 1 more. We have 8 again. You would know this with Archer at this point. You will never not use all 5 skills. You pretty much will always get it. It's so good. And I just realized there's an ant in my screen. Ah, that's just awesome. Rin is so beautiful. She even attracts ants, man. All right, we have 54 gem energy. Now, if you're normal, which I'm not, I'll use the enhanced skill already. Since you don't need to like spend that much gem energy to do really good damage. In fact, it is actually also limited. You can only repeat out of 33 cycles, meaning you can only use like 99 gem energy at once. And usually you can just use it now. And then the next turn you rest a bit with the basic and then do it again. At least that's easier, right? But for me, I'm just gonna save it because I bet you want to find out too, right? How much damage is she gonna do later? Now, what I'm slightly worried about is I'm afraid that Archer might do so much damage, I don't even get a chance for Rin to do anything. Like, that might happen with this shot here with Archer. I think I'll just like, you know, kill the boss already. Probably not. I mean, you have 69% left. Yeah, there's no way, right? You're probably gonna have like half of your health left. You're still not weakness broken, not even close. I think we're good. That's 2 skill points left. I'm gonna trigger the dreadful attack, get 4 back. That means another here, and bam. We get with the ult as well, because why not? 71 gem energy. I think we have to start like spending it. And what perfect timing. At least with the Stellar Hunter boss, you have this like skill point thing, the secondary combustion. You need to spend 5 points or whatever. Rin is actually pretty good at spending skill points because she forces with her enhanced skill to consume any skill points above 2. So we will consume quite a bit here. Now the question is, do I want to just use it now or can I wait? I think I'll wait, guys. Let's be greedy, no? 99 skill points or bust, man. And here we go. We're close. We're almost able to do it. We're gonna get the energy up, and we're gonna use the ult, the Anda, whatever. I might be really disrespectful to not pronounce this well, but come on now. I don't actually watch the series. I just heard of the visual novel for obvious reasons. But yeah, we'll use our ult here. That'll get us gem energy with 88 right now. Oh boy, man. It buffs me. Dude, I didn't want that to happen. We're gonna use a Gashran Q here. 89 gem energy. A Sparkle will push you there. That's 89 again. We have a freaking restoration here with the ultimate. That's 95. I think that's good enough. That's as good as ever, man. Here we go. How much damage will this be? Ladies and gentlemen, Rin. You think she's just gonna support an archer? How about you check this out? Oh my god. 2.3 million, and she's not even a main damage dealer right now. And yeah, we can just clean this up with Archer at this point. We're definitely gonna kill it. And of course, this is a really wasted sort of playstyle here. I still only spent 2 cycles though. So basically, if I didn't mess up the first wave, this would have been a 1 cycle, which if I messed up 0 times in the entire run, I still would have been like 1 cycle clearing this, I'm pretty sure. Maybe close to 0. Maybe we could be 0 if I don't have Hofu in the team. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rin for Archer. I would say the biggest value, I mentioned in the guide as well, is that Rin is able to have the joint flow attack happen only with Archer when he spends the skill and reaches low amounts of like skill points, or when he used 5 times of his skill. Regardless, it guarantees that he gets a lot of skill points, and if he doesn't have enough, you get the joint flow attack, you get 4 more. That's 2 free skill usage for Archer. That is so much more consistent. And when you pair it with Sparkle, that already gives you a lot of skill points, Archer gets to shoot 5 arrows almost all the time. But for Rin, sometimes Archer might not be able to like go all out with 5 skill usage. You gotta manage your skill points still well, but now with Rin, you don't have to really manage it. You'll usually have enough. And not to mention, Rin has really good damage output as well. 2-point-something million. That was against the Sam boss. I'm pretty sure it would have been more damage if I managed to break the boss first. Oh, that's not gonna happen. You did see how Rin was able to just consume enough skill points and just nuke the boss, like the 5 skill points spent thing on the Sam boss. They have to spend and attack him. Rin can actually just like spend 5 skill points instantly nuke him. I really want to show the main DPS Rin, but this video is already too long, so I will save that for the next video. Main DPS Rin is the funnest thing of all time, I swear to god. But to quickly give a conclusion though, I think she's a very worthy pull if you main Archer. And if you main Archer, that means you picked up Sparkle before, be it by pulling or be it by the free selector that was available before. If you don't have Sparkle, you get Rin, then eventually you want to get Sparkle because that really does help Archer a lot. Without Sparkle, the team works way less still. You kind of need the trifecta of these entire like you know, trio. The double twin tail buffing the Archer, it'll turn him into Thanos. It should have been me. I would love to have double twin tails cheering me on. If you're Archer main, I recommend getting Rin at E0 S0. There's a lot of like you know, replacement that you could get for this one, especially since you're just playing her as more of a supportive role. But if you want to be a Rin main instead of an Archer main, you go for E1 for main DPS Rin, or E2 for both. You can make it main DPS, you can make it supportive role as well for Archer. It'll both work out. And finally, to mention of the stats, I'm using speed boots here, but you can go for attack percent. I mentioned in the guide as well. A supportive one though, ideally wants some speed, which is what I have. But if you want like a main DPS one, no speed works as well. But yeah, overall, I think she's a really well-designed character paired with Archer. It solves a lot of its fundamental issues, especially like AoE capabilities as well, and consistency of using skill points. It's really good, and I think you'll see her around because Archer's really strong right now. But for pure meta though, at E0 S0, it's just waiting for power creep to catch on, just like with a lot of other characters anyway. Because think about it, Rin helps Archer out. Archer's already kind of like an older character at this point, so maybe in the next version, like say version 5 onwards, you might see some issues if like you're just having a lower investment Rin, lower investment Archer as well. But if you have them invested with some Eidolons like E2 Sparkle, E1 Archer, then that team will probably work all through version 5 unless Hoyoverse decides to just, I don't know, light up fire in an oil rig. Not sure where the analogy came from, but yep, that'll be all for today. I'm so excited to show you more about Rin. It's a really fun character. So yeah, stay tuned for that and take care.